Curaleaf making major waves in cannabis today, announcing they have purchased Grassroots for $875 million.
Grew that to the largest privately held cannabis company in the U.S. upon an exit.
That's a good American story.
Yes.
And you and your founders sold that company.
We did. It was a great exit. It was a crazy run.
There was a lot of conversation about kind of what to do next with the Joseph. There's always the next step.
You guys are truly revolutionizing Broadway, entertainment, the hospitality scene. Explain Big Plan Holdings.
Big Plan is really our culture. Big Plan is really our brand. It's really about the endless possibilities that are out there. We say that we don't think in a box, we think in a circle.
We get a lot of deals pitched our way, given that we make strategic investments into certain companies and concepts that we love and believe in.
Now, you've got some big plans right here in Nashville, so tell us about some of your most recent projects.
Right now, we are in the process of opening a few bars on Broadway.
John Bon Jovi is joining the Broadway scene. His venue will be called JBJ's Nashville. Bon Jovi is partnering with Big Plan Holdings for the 37,000 square foot bar. The rock legend announced JBJ's Nashville is set to open this spring.
We have a musician or a celebrity that wants to actually put their name on a brick and mortar store or a restaurant. We can make that happen. John Bon Jovi's, or JBJ's, is, I would say, our trophy project. I mean, that's an $85 million project.
We have JBJ's, which is our largest and most, I'd say, arguably our most exciting, without question. We have Hank Williams Jr., which is a great deal. Great opportunity.
Lower Broadway's newest bar has opened its doors.
Hank Williams Jr.'s Boogie Bar pays homage to one of the most iconic figures in country music history.
We're super excited. One of our thoughts was to, when we looked up and down Broadway, Lower Broadway, there's very little, if any, really old country. Very little. And so we thought that bringing Hank to Lower Broadway, there wouldn't be anything better.
We're very fortunate, actually. Hank Williams Jr.'s manager, Ken Levitan, he backed a U-Haul up to Hank's place. We had no idea what was in the U-Haul, and they loaded it all up.
And then we have an active project in 12 South, which is going to be called Play Date. 3 active projects on the hospitality front, with bars and restaurants on the food and beverage side. We have a whole other joint venture that's in the queue right now in an adjacent touching neighborhood to downtown called Pie Town.
We're creating an entertainment district. We've got 2 other developments in the pipeline. We're building a neighborhood.
The next 12 to 24 months, our projects here in Pie Town, my anticipation is that they're going to be just completely badass. Just within this little area, our collective joint venture have 4 properties that we're going to be doing some really cool stuff at, and and we're excited. Right now, we're in discussions with the Hoxton, which is owned by Ennismore, and the Hoxton is one of their brands that they think would fit perfectly here. And the Hoxton opportunity came in through, I don't want to say me, but it did. Walt Grace was me, and again, through some relationships that we have in our Rolodex for many years of doing deals around the country, bring some folks in from outside of Nashville, some brands and some concepts outside of Nashville that could be great.
While there's a clear delineation between the construction and completion, building the business will be a constant evolution.
She's super bad. She's just a very...
Well, I'm not an artist in the sense of I'm not, my job is to be faceless and for no one to give a shit about me and to serve the artist and serve the song and serve the room and be a good collaborator and try to pull the best out of the artist.
With Big Plan Holdings, the opportunities that come to Edge Hill and we have access to are just kind of endless. I would say the big vision right now is to really, and I think I mentioned this before, just to be this hub in Nashville that has the bridge to LA and to New York and to London and to Korea to kind kind of just anywhere music is happening right now.
Where can people buy the beautiful custom hats from American Paint?
Oh, that's so sweet. They can go to L&L Market in Nashville.
Customized hat experiences with one-on-one designers for, groups as small as 1 or 2 all the way up to 200 or 300 people for corporate parties, which has really become a destination-oriented activity for people when they visit Nashville.
A third recreational marijuana dispensary has opened its doors in Franklin County.
Happening today over in Vermont, the grand opening of a new dispensary in Bennington. It'll be run by Silver Therapeutics.
So you're taking the place for now of banks as a lender, as an acquirer.
Absolutely.
Buy buildings, lease them back to operators.
Absolutely.
Our positioning with Silver Therapeutics, it's creating stores and verticals in markets that make sense.
And we've just added Josh Joseph to our company. He's extremely experienced in that space. We wanted to make sure that we had somebody in cannabis, that knows this space way more than we could ever imagine.
Guys like Josh and I, it's like the innovator's dilemma. So glad to have them on board. He's our private equity, venture partner on all of sports. It's a great relationship, and they're always trying to find those synergies. Yeah, I think his access is a wonderful thing, and will help us get access into other deals as well.
And whether on or off the field, you've remained focused on a career away from the gridiron. Is this a contemporary trend in the world of sports?
It's a very high percentage of athletes that will file for bankruptcy at some point after retirement. And there's also a very high percentage of athletes who have a career-ending injury. So I think guys are just more, aware of preparing for the future and setting themselves up for success when they retire.
Jordan Reed is a partner of ours on BPH Legacy Partners. He's an ex-NFL player. We're making an investment into an NFL agency, and now he's going to step in and be an advisor in the NFL agency, and he'll help that agency grow.
It's an effort to kiss breast cancer goodbye. Each year, there's an incredible concert and gala to raise money for the Susan G. Komen charity.
His breast cancer goodbye raised $264,000, I think, that first year. And it was insane. Dolly literally said no at first, but then she woke up at 5 a.m. and called her manager, Kent, and said she had a dream and she is going to do it. And Tara looks at me and she was just like, "We got Dolly." I was like, "What?" "We got Dolly." I think I screamed. This family cares so deeply about the people that they love and the people that they don't even know yet, that we want to do something that creates a better world.
Big Plan Holdings, as I define it to people, is a atypical family office that provide for philanthropy, but also provide as an incubator for alternative investments, not just for our own family's capital, but for our investors, our friends, our family, and our outside investors and shareholders that want to participate in different things that we're involved with.